Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Teacher Evelyn from Oxford saying mabuhay. And today, our objective is for you to be able to understand what is the difference between active voice and passive voice. It is always good to know the difference so that you can decide which voice to use in certain situations. This is actually a question from one of my friends, and we just want to make sure that it is clear. Let's talk about active voice. Well, active voice is the most common form of a sentence when you're trying to actually tell us what someone or something has done, meaning the subject of your sentence is important. The doer of the action is important. Okay? While the passive actually tells us that something or someone is the receiver of an action. So meaning to say something has been done or is done to a thing or a person. Now, let me just make it clear. We are going to talk about the present simple first, and then we're going to talk about the past simple, and then the future simple. So we have three different tenses. Now, let's talk about the active voice first. Active voice, let's say for example for present simple, let's say she cleans rooms. That's her job. Meaning to say she is a cleaner. So our active voice is she cleans rooms. So we know who is the doer of the action. That means she is our doer. Now let's try to make it even clearer. Let's say for instance, Sandra cleans rooms. Okay? So we know who cleans rooms. That is your active voice. Now, again, if it is passive voice, we just need to know what is done to something or someone. Okay. Now, also here you need to think about your subject. Okay? Because the subject here will be different. So, the active voice is Sandra cleans rooms. The passive voice is rooms are cleaned. Different, huh? Because in passive form, we don't need to know who does the action. We need to know what happens, or what happened, or what will happen to something or someone. Okay? Now that is your present simple. How about if we say past tense or past simple? So past simple is Sandra cleaned rooms. If it is passive, then we say rooms were cleaned. Now, if it is future, let me tell you, we say Sandra will clean rooms. For the passive voice, it is going to be rooms will be cleaned. Okay. So now you know that passive and active are different. They also have different forms. Now for active voice, you know that it is subject plus verb 1 plus object. That is your present simple. Now, for the passive voice, you need to consider your subject. So your subject here is the receiver of the action. So if it is singular, you have singular subject plus is plus verb 3 or past participle. Okay? If it is plural subject, like rooms. So plural subject plus are plus verb 3 or past participle. The same thing happens to your past simple. For past simple, you have subject plus verb 2 or past simple plus object. For passive, you have to consider again whether your subject is singular or plural. If it is singular subject, it takes was and then the past participle. If your subject is plural, then you have to use were plus past participle. How about the future simple? Sandra will clean rooms. So the form is subject plus will plus verb 1 plus your object. If it is passive, we say rooms will be cleaned. So we have again our rooms. But future is okay, because here you don't need to think whether your subject is singular or plural. The form is subject plus will be plus past participle or verb 3. So I hope that is clear. And it's just the simple tense. Remember, we also have our continuous, we also have our perfect, and we have our perfect continuous. So this one is the simplest tense. That's why it is called simple tense. But we talked about past simple, present simple, and future simple. I hope it is clear, and I hope you learned something new today. So if that is the case, kindly answer these questions. Pause the video, answer all the questions, and then if you are getting confused, go over this lesson again. And here are your answers. I hope this is clear. Once again, this is Teacher Evelyn saying good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. Here in Oxford, it's raining, but mabuhay and ciao!